Hello everyone. In this video, I will show how to integrate Crystal reports in Onfinity. In Onfinity, you can integrate Crystal reports that have been developed using Crystal Reports 2008 or later versions. Before integrating Crystal reports in Onfinity, you must meet certain prerequisites. First, install the Crystal report runtime on your hosting server. Second, you will need an RPT file, which should be developed using Crystal Reports 2008 or a later version. Now, I will explain step by step how to create and integrate a Crystal report within Onfinity. This integrated report can then be run from the menu, a print button, or any custom button you have created. To begin, you will need to open the Job and Report window. Begin by creating a new record. This record will be named VARPT_sales order print. Next, select the appropriate client and organization. Ensure the report checkbox is checked. Finally, select Crystal Report for this instance. If you want to run any procedure, you can enter the procedure name here. Next, you must enter the report path name in this field. For this example, we already have this report. Along with the main report, you must also provide the subreport name, separating multiple names with a semicolon. We need to give the select statement which we have used in the report. For this instance, ensure you select all columns that are utilized within the Crystal report, and this view contains all these columns. You must copy all these columns and paste them along with this SQL statement. You must also provide the select statement that selects all those columns for the subreport. Now, if you want to display any image, you can check the Include Image checkbox. You need to input the image name and image column name. For the image name, we can put the blob column name, which we can select in our select statement. If image paths exist, we can select the image path in the select statement and put the column name here. In this instance, we are not using images in this manner. Therefore, you must now save this. Next, you need to provide access to specific users. To do this, navigate to the Report Access tab. On this tab, you can enable this process for a particular user and grant them read or write access. This record is now complete. You can now enter the parameter here. I am now setting the document number or the C_order_ID as a parameter. The C_order_ID will serve as the column name here, and the document number will be the field name. The reference for this will be multi-search. You can use C_order as a reference key. Now, if selecting the parameter is mandatory, you should check the mandatory checkbox. Next, I will create a menu for this report. You will select Report as the action. Then, you need to select the same record with the same name. Now, these RPT files must be placed in the hosting folder. So let me check. This report is already available here. We need to check the subreport as well. The subreport name is VARPT_sales order tax report. This is also available here. Let me log out from the system. Log in. Change the role. I explained how to create a report and integrate it into Onfinity. The Sales Order Print menu will be available via the link. This is how you can perform the printing function. If you need to print a specific document number, you can enter it here. Here, you can see the created report. If you want to filter the report, you can filter any record from here using the parameter we provided. This allows you to view the details of a single record. Now, I will explain how you can combine the same print or report with a button or a print button on any tab of a screen. To perform the configuration, you first need to change your role to System Administrator. Then, open the Screen Configuration window. Select your report in Job field. Now, I will bind that print to the sales order screen. We will now check the print button is available here. Let's try to print from here. You can now see this print. Now, I will explain how you can bind the same report to any button. Navigate to the screen where you intend to create a button. This can be the current screen or a different one. Then go to the relevant tab. Zoom in on the table. Create a new column here. Add a new record in the column tab. Write Sales Order Print as the print name. The reference type will be button. You need to select the same process that we created, which is VARPT_sales order print. You will need to refresh the system. Since this is an action, you can click Action here. We want to see or show this button as a link in the right panel. The button will always be updatable, allowing you to print even after the record is initially pressed. You must synchronize the column. The column is now synchronized. You need to add this column to the tab, specifically to the field. Now we will attempt to print. You need to reset the cache. Then open the window. This button should be available here. Click on Open PDF. You can see this print. That concludes this session. Thank you for attending.